Hi again, everybody, and welcome on in to Spring Training, the Baseball AZ show. Before you know it, we'll be at it with the games. Today we're at Goodyear, the home of the Guardians, and also the Cincinnati Reds. It's beautiful out here in Goodyear. Coming up on today's episode, the hiking scene here in Arizona is phenomenal. Claudia Collins will take you out on the rocks. Got to bring your golf clubs, and you got to hit Southern Dunes. Brady Wilson runs a great track out in the Southwest Valley. Up in the air we go with Jordan Spurgeon, the hot air balloon scene. And if you're looking for a spot to eat to start your day, you got to check out Matt's Big Breakfast. That is all straight ahead on today's show. Now let's get on with it from here in Arizona. What are the angles you're looking at? We'll get it in specific Cactus League, but just baseball overall here in spring training, Buster.
Well, I mean, first and foremost, the Dodgers, right? The evil empire. How are they looking as they come together? Who are the teams most likely to beat them? For me, I'm really curious about how motivated the Dodgers are going into the year. What's going to be driving them? Because, at some point, Dave Roberts, who grew up as a Lakers fan, is going to start to make, back to back a thing with his players. Hey, let's do this. Become the first team to do this since those teams with the Yankees in the late 90s. And the National League Central really interests me because it's like, if you talk about land of opportunity, that to me would be the primary division for that.
In what way?
Just the fact that the Brewers, they're the best team that are defending champions. They lost their best hitter, Willie Adames, and they lost their best pitcher, Devin Williams. And so if you are the Chicago Cubs, if you're the Cincinnati Reds, who I think are the most improved team of this winter, if you want to take the Dodgers out of the equation with all the money they spent on stars, I think those teams have a chance to win the division this year. If you're the Pittsburgh Pirates, you can dream a little bit in a way that if you were in the American League East, you're in the National League West for sure, you wouldn't even entertain those thoughts. So the National League Central with Terry Francona taking over the Reds, very interesting division to me.
Couple others, I'll get you out of here. Angels.
So I know they're trying to win, right? And one of the big selling points for Perry Manassian is, look, come and play for Ron Washington, a manager who players really enjoy. They were, interestingly, one of the most aggressive teams at the outset of the offseason in terms of improving the roster. And I'm really curious about Mike Trout. It feels like he's at a crossroad. Is he going to get back to being a dominant player, or will injuries continue to define his 30s, which has been a problem since he hit his 30th birthday?
I feel like that's been a storyline like the last couple of years, but now more than ever, Buster. It's just time. Buster, only with us for a few minutes before I get you out of here. Then the Diamondbacks in the local town, the hometown team, on the field. Big addition at the front end of their rotation. Off the field, what's going to happen with the stadium and Ken Kendrick? What's your view of everything top to bottom Arizona?
So first and foremost, I love what I see as a transformation of Ken Kendrick, right? For years, there were a lot of stories, how he was demanding and he might be difficult to work with. But his press conference last year when Jordan Montgomery was struggling, or not press conference, he did that radio interview in which he basically said, you know what, that's my fault. That's on me. I can't remember last time that I heard an owner take responsibility in that way. That to me was really impressive. And the fact that even though they're playing in the same division as the Dodgers, there still is clearly a hope there after, reaching the World Series in 2023 to get back to the mountaintop. And maybe Corbin Burnes is that difference maker. We know they have great young position players. We know that Corbin Carroll is going to be better than he was last year. He's not going to have a full down season the way that he did. I don't think that any team in the West is going to overtake the Dodgers, but I do think, again, the Diamondbacks will be a problem for LA once we get in October.
Hey everyone, welcome to On the Rocks. I'm your trail guide, Claudia Collins, and I'm taking you along for my adventures as I check hikes, waterfalls, and other outdoor activities off of my Arizona bucket list. Today we're hiking Flatiron via Siphon Draw Trail. This hike is possible thanks to Desert Financial Credit Union. This hike is 7 miles long with 2,650 feet of elevation gain, and it's rated difficult. Welcome to one of Arizona's most popular but most strenuous hikes. It's been a couple years since I've hiked Flatiron, but I'm really excited about it. I remember it's very tough but very rewarding. So we're gonna head somewhere way up there. Let's go. To be exact, that's where we're going. There's always beautiful sights to see in the Superstitions, and on this particular morning, those sights included watching base jumpers diving off some of the tallest peaks. It was so cool to witness. The car park is a bit far from the base of the climb, but after about 20 minutes, you'll already be breaking a sweat and shedding layers. This is where hiking boots and really good tread come in handy. This is like the slick rock portion, so you really want that extra grab in your shoes. This part of the hike reminds me of a half pipe. It's just this big, slick bowl-shaped rock that's even more difficult to go down than up. This trail is notoriously difficult. You're climbing the entire time, but the terrain of that climb changes a ton. So be prepared to scramble, keep your balance, and even do a bit of bouldering. As far as mileage goes, we're over halfway there. As far as elevation goes, we got a ways to go. Here we have the singular flat portion of the climb. A good chance to catch your breath and take in the views because it doesn't last long. You'll spend a lot of your time finding your footing and the best route to climb your way up. No matter the day of the week though, there's always going to be lots of hikers conquering Flatiron alongside you. You may even come across Flatiron Jim. He's kind of famous on this hike because he's 91 years old and still climbs Flatiron several days per week. I'm struggling just once, but I love it. Here's a good glimpse of just how much elevation we've gained over the last hour and 45 minutes. But we're getting closer. We're just a few tough climbing sections away from the peak. And as you get to those final sections, it becomes a bit more challenging. Lots of hikers don't come prepared for this type of climb. You'll need to use your upper body a lot to pull yourself up. I'm telling you, I was sore for a couple days. Towards the end, you come across this 12-foot wall that you just need to climb and pull yourself up. We just climbed the wall, so the rest is a walk in the park. If a walk in the park had views like this. As I walked towards the peak, the adrenaline faded and the satisfaction set in. We've made it to one of the most famous peaks in all of Arizona. The hiker's high is turned all the way up to 11 after climbing that last wall and then getting these epic panoramic views. If you're looking for a hike that's challenging, but you're gonna get this awesome reward at the top, this is the one. Pro tip, bring lunch. There are so many amazing viewpoints to check out up here. Let me show you. Gold Canyon, Four Peaks, Red Mountain, and the city. After catching our breath, eating some lunch, and checking out the best views for about 30 minutes, it was time to head back down the mountain. The first challenge of descending comes pretty quickly too. Remember that 12-foot wall? Well, it's pretty difficult and apparently my route choices were discouraged. I feel like I could get down this way.
All right, try it.
Sus. Does it?
Yeah.
Maybe it's my angle.
Just the last bit.
I can catch you.
Okay, so yeah, I definitely went down a more difficult way, but it was way more fun if you ask me. This trailhead is accessed at the Lost Dutchman State Park. You'll have to pay a $10 entrance fee, but it's worth every penny for the achievement you feel when it's all said and done. I'm almost at the end, but this hike took about 5.5 hours and I wouldn't take a minute of it back because it's so fun. I recorded a little over 6 miles and over 2,700 feet of elevation gain, and it's so much fun, so make sure to hike Siphon Draw to Flatiron. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you next time on The Rocks.
On the other side, you're going to need to bring your golf clubs if you come out for spring training. We're going to head to the southwestern side of the valley where Southern Dunes a must stop on your playing list. Then up in the air, up in the sky, the hot air balloon scene is great here. And Matt's Big Breakfast, you're going to look for a spot to eat. All that straight ahead as we continue on from spring training here in Arizona.
Nothing brings people and families together faster than sharing food. Great friends, memories, and good times. For over 2 generations, Valle Luna has served you the food that brought you together, and we've been proud to do so. We're fortunate to have been a part of so many stories, gatherings, and traditions that continue on today and will tomorrow. Start a tradition of your own. Come taste authentic Sonoran-style food with your family and friends here with us at Valle Luna.
The Valley of the Sun will roar to life this spring.
This ought to get pretty wild here.
Why is that, you may ask? Because NASCAR is coming to Phoenix, and it's going to be a weekend of good vibes the whole family won't forget. The best-in-class fan experience meets racing's toughest drivers for 3 days of action on and off the track, all surrounded by the beautiful Estrella Mountains.
Oh yeah, baby! Let's go!
Get your tickets now at phoenixraceway.com.
Let's talk about Venezia's Pizzeria. New York-style pizza. Oh man, this looks so good. Pizza doughs made fresh daily, wings, subs, sandwiches, pasta. They cater, they deliver. They have 5 Valley locations. Venezia's New York-style Pizzeria.
The Valley of the Sun will roar to life this spring. Why is that, you may ask? Because NASCAR is coming to Phoenix, and it's going to be a weekend of good vibes the whole family won't forget.
Let's go!
Get your tickets now at phoenixraceway.com.
Welcome back. We are at Southern Dunes with Brady Wilson. This is Brady's house. And Southern Dunes is a place that I've been coming to for years. When it comes to great golf in Arizona, this is one of the must-see, must-stop destinations. And I'm not just saying that because you're here next to me.
Thank you for that, Brad.
Sure. Anybody who's taking this in from around the country that comes out for spring training, why Southern Dunes?
Well, I think we're pretty conveniently located from the airport. So if we're your first round or we're your last round on your trip, we're only about 35 minutes from Sky Harbor. It's pretty much a direct shot down here. But we try to be a quality experience. We try to just do everything just one step higher on the quality level, whether that's service, our restaurant's the best restaurant in this town of Maricopa. The golf course conditions are, I think, just a notch above what you typically will see at most daily fee facilities. You know, we're managed by Trin Golf, so we really try to enhance that experiential side. So we just want to be a little bit better in every area than what you would expect.
He's understating it, which is fine, because I'll just tell you that when you come out here, it's more than a little bit, it's a lot. This is just one of those must-stop, must-see experiences. And it's not just the golf, it is the food, it is the atmosphere, it is the people. But also go over to the practice side of things. You've got a range here, and the facilities here are top to bottom, even outside the 18 holes are great.
Well, yeah, we try to be a real players level facility. Yeah. Our practice facility is dual ended. You can hit balls in both wind directions depending on what the wind's doing that day. We have a practice area with a practice bunker that's realistic to the golf course. We have fairway bunkers you can practice out of. We have target greens, and then we're in the process of lighting that, and so that you will have an option for definitely for spring training and beyond to have a night golf component when it starts to get hot in Phoenix.
Yeah.
People are looking to do stuff when it's cooler when the UV rays aren't out, and we're gonna have our own little night golf experience here as well on that practice facility. The practice facility turns into a 6-hole short course in the afternoon every day, so really great way to work on your short game. You know, they always tell you, like, you drive for show, putt for dough, but you know, as a golf instructor, a lot of people don't spend the time on their short game that they should.
Sure.
Mini dunes makes you do that, right? And so it's like working out when you're playing pickup basketball versus going to the gym and working out. You're working on it and you're not knowing you're working on it.
If this is your first time playing golf, this probably is not the place to start, right?
Well, mini dunes would be a great place to start.
There you go. Okay.
And we do have 6 sets of tees, so you can bite off as much as you want to chew. But I think what you're referencing, Brad, is we're a championship level golf course. We host a lot of high level events. The golf course can be stretched out to 7,600 yards. We've hosted tour qualifying school here, so we have hole locations that are 4 paces off the edge. We've seen the greens at 14. It's a really, really challenging test when we want it to be. So I do think it's important if you're a novice golfer or your first time, you know, pick a set of tees that's going to make it fun for you.
Yeah.
Not too hard.
And you can come out here and do that. It's just, if you're one of those high-level guys that wants to come out with your buddies and you really want a taste of Arizona golf, this is the spot.
Thank you for that. We think so too. We like to think that we're unencumbered views. You know, there's no housing on the property, and we like to be just a nice Arizona golf experience.
Here on the West Valley, you're looking for something fun to do. You're ready to watch your favorite team, whether it's the Guardians or the Reds, the Padres, the Mariners, the Rangers, the Royals, whoever. Why not go up for a nice morning hot air balloon ride? We're here with Rainbow Riders. You can see them getting the balloon ready, the largest one in the fleet. Join me as I catch up with pilot Patrick and we go on for a ride. Here with Patrick. What comes first, hot air balloon pilot or comedian?
You know, I think they kind of develop simultaneously.
Right.
It's the altitude, the lack of oxygen. It just does it.
So we're up in the air right now, hot air balloon rides. Someone like me, or anybody, any first timers here? So you watching at home, Cincinnati, Texas, wherever you're at right now, first timers when they're coming out, what should they expect?
Completely different of what you're normally expecting. If you've never done this before, you're expecting something like a Ferris wheel or a ski lift, you're expecting a lot of sensation of movement and motion. You notice up here it's really quite peaceful and pleasant. Nobody's hair is blowing around or anything like that. We're not swinging or swaying. It's just, yeah, it's like standing on a platform watching the world go by beneath you.
And we're here in the Northwest Valley as well, so if you're here to watch, you know, the Padres or Mariners in Peoria, or you're out in Surprise, watch the Rangers, Royals, Goodyear, you can see a lot of that from the air.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. Just down the street, we've got the Surprise Sports Parks. You go a little bit farther, you got Peoria off to our south, you got Goodyear. Yeah, there's quite a few around here to see.
How long have you been doing this?
About 34 years now.
What made you want to do it?
It was a work release program. I didn't really want to. I'm just kidding. I got involved in it recreationally. I'd come out on the weekend, help private pilot. But prior to that, my grandmother would take me to the local balloon race every year. That's how it started.
What is your favorite part of doing balloon rides here in Arizona?
Aside from the comedy, I mean, getting a chance to share this with everybody else. I always tell everybody this is like getting a chance to help somebody open up a Christmas present. And that's pretty cool for anybody.
Guess for everybody, if someone's watching right now across the country, they're coming for spring training, would you recommend so far?
Absolutely. Oh, yeah.
Heck yes.
You can hear a resounding yes. I'm sure all the pilots are great, but if you want a comedy special as well, you can probably request Patrick, right?
You can.
So,
all of our pilots are equally bad at humor, too.
We're back on solid ground now, here in the middle of nowhere. We're gonna hop in the vans to get on back, but great ride here with Rainbow Riders. Patrick was a great pilot and comedian like we talked about, so recommend him, but all the pilots at Rainbow Rider will take care of you. So when you're here to watch your favorite team in spring training, be sure to check out Rainbow Riders, and you might even get a view of your favorite spring training stadium from the sky.
What about breakfast? Hey, Matt's Big Breakfast, one of those spots when you first get up, it's where do I go? Well, you have to go to Matt's. We'll have that for you. Brad Cesmat, Spring Training AZ rolls on.
The Valley of the Sun will roar to life this spring. Why is that, you may ask? Because NASCAR is coming to Phoenix, and it's going to be a weekend of good vibes the whole family won't forget.
Let's go!
Get your tickets now at phoenixraceway.com.
The Ak-Chin Indian community and Troon Golf invite you to tee up a pure golf experience at Ak-Chin Southern Dunes Golf Club. Ranked by Golf Magazine as the 5th best golf course you can play in Arizona, Southern Dunes is known for spectacular customer service, a championship layout, premier course conditions, and a relaxed atmosphere the moment you drive down the front entrance. Check out the short course #Mini Dunes or dine at the Arroyo Grill. Ak-Chin Southern Dunes Golf Club, a pure golf experience.
Let's talk about Venezia's Pizzeria. New York style pizza. Oh man, this looks so good. Pizza doughs made fresh daily, wings, subs, sandwiches, pasta. They cater, they deliver. They have 5 Valley locations. Venezia's New York style pizzeria.
Nothing brings people and families together faster than sharing food. Great friends, memories, and good times. For over 2 generations, Valle Luna has served you the food that brought you together, and we've been proud to do so. We're fortunate to have been a part of so many stories, gatherings, and traditions that continue on today and will tomorrow. Start a tradition of your own. Come taste authentic Sonoran-style food with your family and friends here with us at Valle Luna.
The Valley of the Sun will roar to life this spring. Why is that, you may ask? Because NASCAR is coming to Phoenix, and it's going to be a weekend of good vibes the whole family won't forget.
Let's go!
Get your tickets now at phoenixraceway.com.
Welcome back to Eats with Eliav. This time, we're at Matt's Big Breakfast. I'm here with the Matt Poole. Now, if you're looking for a Matt's Big Breakfast, even when you land at the airport, there's one waiting for you. It doesn't matter if you're visiting the Diamondbacks, the Giants, the Rockies. There is a Matt's near you, probably anywhere you are in the Valley. What's your pre-game meal?
I'm kind of a traditionalist, so I'm partial to what we call our hog and chick, which is get your choice of 2 cage-free eggs, either our made-scratch hash browns or home fries, or you can choose sausage, or in this case, I go for the ham steak, which comes really from right up the street here. We're in our Gilbert location right now, and it's from the pork shop at Queen Creek. You know, if you want to feel like you're getting a little healthy before the game, you do some fresh squeezed OJ. We do that by hand.
Now, a lot of people can make an omelet, right? But you look at this table right here. We got a whole lot more than that going on. So what goes into making that Matt's menu fresh and different?
You know, we don't buy from one vendor and then all the truck pulls up and all the ingredients come out and it's the same stuff you get everywhere. We really put a lot of effort into where our ingredients come from. We view the people that we source ingredients from are long time, they're almost like partners, like whether it's the pork shop, like I already mentioned, Wildflower Bread, who we've been with for 19 years, Roastery of Cape Creek, who roasts our coffee for us for 19 years, our produce supplier, you know, McClendon Select Citrus, you know. So we've been with these people forever, and they, you know, it's because they kind of look out for us. They bring us the best that they have, and we hopefully represented the best for them on the table.
All right, so we got, oh gosh, thank you, Ernie, another co-owner of Matt's right here, bringing, ladies and gentlemen, this is the 5-spot. This is the thing I ordered every single time in college, and you can consider this an Eats with Eliab official recommendation for the best breakfast sandwich in the Valley right here. All right, high praise, and I mean it.
I'm kind of nervous.
I mean it, yeah.
I don't want to let Elliot, I don't want to ruin his college dreams.
I already know what this is gonna taste like. I've had it a million times. It's gonna taste like ASU freshman year. That's what it's gonna taste like.
From one ASU alum to another, I hope you enjoy it.
There we go, all right, going in. Come on, have the other half with me. Take a bite,
All right,
let's
we'll
do it.
All
All right.
right,
This is
here
Eats
we
with
go.
Eliab.
Want cheers?
Cheers, and Matt's Big Breakfast.
So much to bring you around the great state of Arizona as we get ready for Cactus League action. That's our show for this week. Thanks again for being with us. From Goodyear, the home of the Reds and Guardians, I'm Brad Cesmat. We'll see you again next week. Let's talk about Venezia's Pizzeria, New York style pizza. Oh man, this looks so good. Pizza doughs made fresh daily, wings, subs, sandwiches, pasta. They cater, they deliver. They have 5 Valley locations. Venezia's New York style pizzeria.
The Valley of the Sun will roar to life this spring.
This ought to get pretty wild here.
Why is that, you may ask? Because NASCAR is coming to Phoenix, and it's going to be a weekend of good vibes the whole family won't forget. The best-in-class fan experience meets racing's toughest drivers for 3 days of action on and off the track, all surrounded by the beautiful Estrella Mountains.
Oh yeah, baby! Let's go!
Get your tickets now at phoenixraceway.com.
Nothing brings people and families together faster than sharing food. Great friends, memories, and good times. For over 2 generations, Valle Luna has served you the food that brought you together, and we've been proud to do so. We're fortunate to have been a part of so many stories, gatherings, and traditions that continue on today and will tomorrow. Start a tradition of your own. Come taste authentic Sonoran-style food with your family and friends here with us at Valle Luna.